everyone else is racing toward electric cars, something different is happening behind the scenes at Ford Motor Company. Their engineers are quietly reworking a technology people thought had already peaked. It's called EcoBoost. And instead of fading away, it's getting sharper, smarter, and more powerful than ever. Now here's the real question. Can a smaller engine actually outperform the big ones we grew up loving? To understand why this matters, you have to look at where Ford comes from. This is the same company behind the Ford Model T, the car that made driving accessible to everyday people. It's also the brand that built legends like the Ford GT40, a machine that shocked the world on the track. From the Ford Mustang to the Ford F-150, the goal has always been the same. Build something powerful, reliable, and made for real drivers. And at the center of all of it, the engine. For decades, bigger meant better. More cylinders, more displacement, more fuel. That was the formula. But then everything changed. Fuel prices climbed, emission rules tightened, and suddenly, the old way of building engines didn't make as much sense. Instead of backing down, Ford leaned in. They created EcoBoost, a system designed to deliver serious power without wasting fuel. The idea was simple but bold. Get the strength of a V6 from a 4-cylinder. Get the pull of a V8 from a V6. Do more with less. And they made it happen using 3 key ideas. Turbocharging to force more air into the engine. Direct injection to deliver fuel with precision. And variable valve timing to keep everything running efficiently at any speed. The result is something that feels completely different. Smaller engines but quicker response. Less weight but stronger acceleration. It's not just efficient, it's genuinely exciting to drive. And that's what makes this story so interesting. Because this isn't about replacing the engine, it's about reinventing it. But here's where things get really interesting. Because EcoBoost didn't just improve engines, it completely challenged the old way of thinking. For years, engines like the Ford Duratec engine and the Ford Cyclone V6 were solid, reliable, and powerful for their time. And of course, there's the legendary Ford Coyote V8, known for its raw sound and performance. But all of them had one thing in common. They relied on size. EcoBoost flipped that idea on its head. Instead of adding more cylinders, Ford focused on smarter engineering. And the results were hard to ignore. Take the 2.3-liter EcoBoost in the Ford Mustang. It produces around 310 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. That's performance that used to require a much larger V8 just a decade earlier. But here's the difference. It's lighter, more efficient, and far cleaner. This is where technology starts rewriting the rules. And Ford didn't stop with sports cars. They pushed EcoBoost into trucks, SUVs, and even supercars. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 became a powerhouse across the lineup, from the Ford F-150 to the high-performance Ford Explorer ST and even the Ford GT. Now imagine this, a truck switching from a traditional V8 to a twin-turbo V6. At first, people doubted it, loudly. But once they saw the results, everything changed. Better towing, quicker acceleration, and noticeably better fuel economy. That's not just improvement, that's transformation. And then came the high-output version of that same 3.5-liter EcoBoost. Built for machines like the Ford F-150 Raptor, it pushes out over 450 horsepower and more than 500 pound-feet of torque. Let that sink in. V8-level performance from a smaller, more efficient engine. But EcoBoost isn't just about numbers on paper. It's about how it feels when you press the throttle. Older turbo engines used to lag, hesitate, and feel unpredictable. Ford worked around that with advanced turbo designs, lightweight internals, and precise tuning. The result is smooth, instant power. No waiting, no hesitation, just acceleration that feels strong and consistent. And that's the moment people started realizing this wasn't a downgrade. It was an upgrade in disguise. Think about how rare that is. The same core technology can power a small everyday car and also dominate in a high-performance machine like the Ford GT. That level of flexibility doesn't happen by accident. It comes from total control over turbocharging, cooling, and fuel delivery. And when you compare it to older engines, the difference becomes impossible to ignore. Take something like the Ford Triton V8. It delivered around 300 horsepower, but it came at a cost: high fuel consumption and lower efficiency. Now compare that to a modern 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6. You're getting similar power, but with dramatically better fuel economy and far fewer emissions. That's not a small improvement. That's a complete shift in engineering. And it didn't just stop at performance gains. EcoBoost became a bridge to the future. As Ford started moving toward electrification, they didn't abandon combustion engines overnight. Instead, they combined them. Hybrid systems in vehicles like the Ford Escape Hybrid and hybrid versions of the Ford F-150 use EcoBoost-based technology alongside electric motors. So now you're not choosing between gas and electric. You're getting both working together. That means better efficiency in the city, extra power when you need it, and smarter energy use overall. And across Ford's global lineup, EcoBoost has become something bigger than just an engine name. It's a signature. You'll find it in rally cars, family SUVs, work trucks, and performance builds. Very few engine families manage to do that while staying consistent in how they deliver power. But let's be real, it's not perfect. Turbocharged engines bring challenges. Heat management becomes critical. Carbon buildup can happen over time. And yes, earlier versions had their share of issues. But Ford didn't ignore those problems. They kept refining the design with better materials, smarter software, and stronger components. And that's what makes the difference. Because EcoBoost isn't standing still. It's constantly evolving. Every new version gets closer to something that once seemed impossible. An engine that delivers power, efficiency, and adaptability, all at the same time. And now we're stepping into the next phase, where the line between gasoline and electric power is starting to disappear. Ford isn't treating hybrid technology like an add-on anymore. It's becoming a core part of how EcoBoost engines are designed from the ground up. That means the engine and electric systems aren't working separately. They're working as one. One of the biggest breakthroughs is the use of electric-assisted turbochargers. Instead of waiting for exhaust gases to build up, a small electric motor spins the turbo instantly. The moment you touch the throttle, power is already there. No lag, no delay, just immediate response. That alone changes how the engine feels. It becomes smoother, sharper, and far more predictable. And when you combine that with hybrid systems, things get even more advanced. Now the vehicle can shut the engine off while coasting, recover energy through braking, and even use stored electricity to boost performance when needed. It's not just about saving fuel anymore. It's about using every bit of energy intelligently. Even as fully electric vehicles grow, Ford continues to invest heavily in refining EcoBoost. Newer versions now include mild hybrid systems, cylinder deactivation, and smarter engine management that constantly adapts to how you drive. All of this points to one clear idea. Combustion engines aren't disappearing overnight. They're evolving, and EcoBoost is right at the center of that evolution. Across vehicles like the Ford F-150, Ford Escape, and performance machines like the Ford Mustang, this technology continues to prove that smaller, smarter engines can deliver everything drivers expect, and more. Power when you need it, efficiency when you don't, and a driving experience that still feels alive. Because at its core, EcoBoost was never just about meeting regulations or chasing trends. It was about proving something. That innovation doesn't always mean starting over. Sometimes it means taking what already works and pushing it further than anyone thought possible.